Vanakkam and welcome to my Paris vlog part 1. In this vlog, I'm going to take you to all the free attractions in Paris that I visited. I boarded a flight from Dublin to Paris for an hour and a half, and on reaching the Paris airport and clearing immigration, I took the airport terminal metro and joined the taxi queue at the exit. Each taxi driver will pull up and you can take a taxi based on the number of people and size of the car. The price is fixed and a tariff with all the rates will be pasted before you join the queue. I paid 55 euros to go to the 18th district or arrondissement where I booked a room since it was a lot cheaper. On day 1, I visited the Moulin Rouge Cabaret Theatre located in 18th district, which is a hub for adult entertainment. Moulin Rouge was opened originally in 1889 as a sensual dance theatre and later transformed into a cabaret theatre to entertain tourists and locals. Advance booking is required over 2 or 3 months to watch performances inside, so I enjoyed the view from outside and started walking towards the Montmarte area to visit the Wall of Love. After walking for 10 minutes from Moulin Rouge through some lovely streets and alleys, I reached the Wall of Love, which was so crowded. The Wall of Love was designed by two artists named Frédéric Baron and Claire Quito. There are about 250 languages and 300 phrases of I love you written to spread love. It was great sight to find the Tamil phrase "Nanu Unnai Nesikiren" there. If you have ever visited, please comment down what language and where is the phrase "I love you" written on the wall in your language. The next site I visited was the Sacred Heart Church or Sacré-Cœur. After climbing these 120 stairs, I reached a beautiful street leading to Sacré-Cœur. You can even use a gondola ride uphill to reach sooner. Sacré-Cœur was stunningly built and looked majestic from the outside. I did not visit the inside due to high ticket prices and queues, instead soaked in the vibe from the outside. The view of the city was also astounding from there. And also beware of some scammers and vendors that might pester you to buy some stuff. After staying outside Sacré-Cœur for a while, I then walked on the side roads to reach the Montmartre Artist Square. Montmarte Square is a perfect location for lunch with a lot of options. And on a sunny day, the vibe was classy and I just walked and enjoyed wandering around, checking out the prices of some artwork which ranged between 50 euros to a few hundreds or even thousands sometimes. There are some cheaper caricature artists that sketch you for lesser price, but be careful in choosing the right artist. Montmartre Square has to be my most favorite place in Paris, so when you're there, please don't miss out. I also stopped by to enjoy this famous street musician with a black cat on his shoulder just outside Starbucks. I then checked out the famous La Consulate building from the outside and walked towards my next place, La Maison Rose. La Maison Rose is a present-day restaurant painted in pink by a famous painter named Pichon in 1905. Before 1905, it is believed to be a paint house visited by famous painters Dali and Picasso. While I was there, I found this interesting house with a lot of roots and plants grown all over it. It reminded me of the cartoon The Addams Family. Let me know in the comments below if you have watched Addams Family before. I also had a glance of Moulin Radet, an old windmill-like structure which was an old mill and now a restaurant. The next place I visited was the most hyped Eiffel Tower. While I was waiting for the bus, I happened to check the souvenir shop where they were selling some affordable souvenirs. The bus ride was 30 minutes from the 18 districts. You can also take a metro. The tickets for any transportation can be bought from an automatic machine inside the metro stations. Reaching the Eiffel Tower viewpoint was overwhelming with a lot of crowd and the view wasn't so great. So I decided to walk down Avenue de New York for a closer and quieter view. walked down a few stairs to the bank of River Seine and witnessed cruises sailing with a closer view of the tower just for myself. There was also a graceful rainbow elevating the view of the river. Personally, the Eiffel Tower experience was worth once, but definitely not once in a lifetime one. A bit overhyped. I decided not to join the 2-hour queue to go up the tower, which was also about 50 euros. People say the tower looks lovely in the night, but I didn't want to get robbed. After the disappointing Eiffel Tower visit, the next place I went to was another overhyped place, which was the Starbucks. The ambiance was alright, but definitely not so great. Starbucks is always overrated, isn't it? Last place of the day I visited was the terrace view of Galleries Lafayette for the Paris City view. The view wasn't magical but worth because it was free of cost. I then went inside the mall to witness the grandeur and did some window shopping for the night. If you are into designer brands, it is a really good place for you for shopping. Later in the evening, I visited one of the most famous restaurants in Paris called Muniandi Villas for dinner, which will follow in part 2 with much more content from Paris. Thank you.